Oh man, here's our first really big road trip of the year. It is 6:33, the 3rd, so almost happy Independence Day. And we're just going to go ahead and bust out a quick 600 miles today. We are going from Redding, California to Glenn's Ferry, Idaho, just south of Mountain Home Air Force Base. But we got to go through Reno, drop off a Cybertruck chair for our boy Toy Box, who are actually going to meet Vegas Light Shows, another good friend, and he's going to be the pack mule for this. Let me show you what we got. Oh, and we were smart. Your boy subscribed to FSD for this one. Been playing with it for the last 2 days. It's been working really good, and we are also on, well, here, I'll just flip the camera so you guys can see everything. All right, so here we go. There's our software somewhere in there. 20.6, we just got that last night, and we're still on 12.6.4 for FSD. So we are leaving Redding, California, and we are actually not going to go through Alturas. We have to go, normally this would be the route, and this is the way the girls went. We would go up into Southern Oregon, into Utah, and down into there. But we have to go into Reno, and then we're going to skirt up this way and then come around the backside up and through Elko, and then come up that way through Twin Falls, I believe. So we're going to be way down into this area coming up over here. So we're going to actually reset this because it gives you routes to choose from, and we're going to see what it's going to take. So let me see here. The whole thing, going to the Why Not Winery that Liz's aunt owns. 5:30 arrival. It's saying 11 hours and change. It's going to be a little bit more than that because we're going a different way, but it should be pretty awesome. Worked all night, have like an hour in bed with my eyes closed, but I'm way too ramped up, so we're just going to get on the road and do this. I think it's like 600 and change because of the different route that we have to take. We're rolling the 20-inch 0Gs, and it should just be Cruise City. So actually, let me see if I can plug in the other direction first. Hang on real quick. Okay, so it's thinking right now, and let's see if it actually gives us more than one option here. And I just turned on Starlink. We have our little on and off switch back there, and that's sitting in a new mount that we just got with 4 of the push button suction cups. Okay, so this did not give us a different route, so we're gonna have to do this one all old school and manually. So we're gonna head to the Atlantis Supercharger in Reno first, and we'll recalibrate from there. Alrighty, so we just manually entered all of them. The Atlantis Casino first, into Twin Falls, then to the winery. Now let's see what it does. This one should just throw it through a loop. I think we have our trip arrival set to arrive at 30%, and there we go. So now we are really gonna throw down some charging here. So it wants us to stop in Susanville. I was hoping to avoid that, but it also doesn't know that we're going straight to the supercharger there. So we might well, we'll see how we're feeling. We might skip Susanville and then just go straight to Atlantis. We're leaving at 88%, which on this battery indicates 274 miles, and we've got, I don't know, a bunch of miles till we get to our first, 112 miles until we get to Susanville. Let's see how we feel. We're out of here. Alrighty, man, so I figured we'll check in because, you know, we're zips through the mountains here. At our first takeover, not by choice, the car started screaming at us. Something about the cameras were shorted by the sun or something like that. I didn't have time to, you know, take a picture because the car was screaming. But, you know, the big red hand comes up and interesting. So as soon as we made the turn through the mountains here, I'll show you what we're going through. That's what we're going through right now, and the camera hit that sun dead on, and it did not like it. So yeah, camera shorted by the sun or something like that. Let me just check my alerts really fast, see if it stayed. No, it did not. So yeah, that was interesting. But so far so good. We're at 61%. We are 42.5 miles downrange, and we are still climbing altitude like a bat at it. Phantom braking is still a thing with FSD. Lovely. So yeah, they still have a lot more work to do before this, you know, really goes mainstream, or unsupervised, I should say. So yeah, we'll just continue tooling up the mountain, and here we go. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Susanville, California, with a private entry for Tesla drivers. Cool Cybertruck. And here we go. Charging stop number 1. Here are the stats. 110.7 miles we charged at work, so there's a 7-mile variance, but that's going to change here in a second. 333 watt hours per mile. It's all uphill, baby. And that is probably close to what we're going to do at 37%. Computer figured 36% arrival. So we did pretty good. FSD was actually pretty damn good, with the exception of that blind spot from the sun and a couple times when you got to press the throttle down a little bit more, but trivial. So I'm very glad I have it for this trip. That's for damn sure. 1 stop down. I think 3 or 4 more to go, and yeah, we still got like 10 hours to go. So we are a blistering 110 miles in it out of like 600 and change. So next stop will be the Atlantis Supercharger in Reno, and we're going to unload the Cybertruck office chair, and I think right there is the Starlink. I think I'm going to move it to up here. The speeds are mediocre. You know, you're looking out the back glass instead of straight up, but we were also coming through the canyons with all the trees, but I think it still needs to be facing straight up out the top glass. So we're gonna run in, go pee, probably fix that in Reno now that I think about it, because the chair is going to be the way I'm going to take that solar thing down. So yeah, we'll get it all situated out there. All right, guys, see you back on the road. Alrighty, so we have way more than enough to get into Reno, but I do want to check one thing. A month ago, came through here and I was in first place. I believe it's under the name Roxy, because that's the car's name. So let's just find out if we are still el numero uno. Come on, baby, load. Alrighty, leaderboard. We are, look at that. 135 and change. That's too cool. All right, daylight's burning, man. Let's get the hell out of here and get ourselves to the Atlantis in Reno, where we're going to hook up with Vegas light shows. It's going to be good to see you again, Chris. It's been like 3 years, so we'll see you guys there. Alrighty, 52.4 miles down range from Susanville. 36 miles to go till we get to the Atlantis. Had a neat little disengage just now. Radar detector's been going bananas. So tooling down the road, doing just, I think, like 2 or 3 over the speed limit. And there is some patchwork in the road, and FSD decides it didn't like jet into the other lane, but my tires crossed it right in front of a cop. So here's the video. I was able to hit record from the front camera. Yeah, so that was kind of neat. I was like, wow, that couldn't have been in a better spot right in front of El Polizia. So, but other than that, it's been pretty good. I don't like the fact that I have to keep putting it on hurry when the car is off and it just goes back to normal or chill, whatever it is. I would kind of like it to be on the, the last setting that it was on, but what do I know? I don't know squat about FSD, and I don't claim to, other than it still needs work in some situations. So we'll just keep tooling along and just driving in a straight line. I think we have a blistering left-hand kind of turn coming up, so that'll be fun. Lots of Teslas out here in the high desert, and it's really cool to see all that. So we will check in at about 34 miles when we get to the Atlantis, and we'll hook up with Chris. Okay, we made it. Let's see here. I'll just show you. For the longest time that said Utah. It should have said Idaho. So, since last charge, 88 miles, 272 watt hours. It's these 20s that are doing it. And we arrived at 28%. So, let's get to juicing. I'm not sure what these are. I think they're 250s. In we go. Even if they are 250s, I don't think we're going to see that at 28%, but let's see what we get. And this one's expensive too. This is like 58 cents a kilowatt, man. This thing is no joke. 48 cents. With congestion fees. Hey, look at that. Wow, it blasts right up. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna 270, 287. Holy shit! Derated like a mug, man. 74 kilowatts. Let's see what it's got. A little exclamation point there. Charge rate limited by charging station. Well, then there should be a discount for that crap. We're gonna be here for a while, which is fine. Chris is on his way, and I gotta go pee anyway. Let's get the Cybertruck chair out and get ready to see our buddy. All right, just like that, we are back on the road again, man. It was really good to see Chris again. It's been 3 years, man. It's always good to run into a friend that you only talk to in text for a while. So we spent $15.41 charging here at the Atlantis. We are headed to Loveland, somewhere. Loveland, Nevada. not Loveland, Colorado, wherever that other place is. So it's projected 32% arrival, 94 miles, and we're gonna get the hell out of this traffic. We'll catch up with you guys on the road. Man, so the plot thickens. Starlink disconnected. Good. Took a while, but I also still have it back there. I haven't moved it up top yet. But that's not the problem. The problem is the car's got a really nasty vibration. I don't know if I threw a weight or what happened. I haven't hit anything. These are extremely low budget tires, so I'm sure that's the problem. The other fun part is I have to keep the car at about 70. But you can still see a wobble in here. I don't have my torque wrench, I got nothing. And I am 112 miles away from somewhere, Battle Creek, something like that. So I got trying to get a hold of the guys over at Point S Tire. They've got some Falcons in stock. I like Falcons, that's a good brand. I ran those on my Camaros. But of course, everybody went home early because tomorrow's the 4th. So they do have an after hours. So I'm trying to get a hold of the guy. At least let's throw these on, see if I threw a weight. I didn't hear anything, but that doesn't mean anything. So we'll see what happens in 111 miles. If I go any faster than 70, she really gets harmonic. So we'll just pretend we're still in California and we'll go 70 and a 65. And now that I got Starlink back on, I'm turning the music back on. We'll check in a little bit. Okay, we are out of the dense part of the traffic, and we are now in Sparks, Nevada, which is where Giga Nevada is. The new semi facility is being built, and I think it's the LFP batteries are going to be built out here as well. So that's pretty cool. It is Lovelock is the supercharger that we are going to. It is 85 miles away, 31% arrival, and we are just cruising right along. And yeah, I'm still getting used to this whole way in traffic FSD thing, and some of it cuts really close for me, but it is in a hurry, so maybe that's why. But I tell you what, thus far I am highly impressed. Just a couple little things here and there, but I mean, regular drivers screw up worse, so not too horribly bad. So we're gonna probably just run this all the way there, and we will check in as soon as we get into the next supercharger. as soon as we get past Giga, Nevada, this is all brand new to me. I've never been out this far. So this will be all new territory. Should be pretty exciting. We'll see you guys when we get to Lovelock. There we go, another 93.1 miles downrange. Let's check it out. Okay, since last charge, there we go. 26 kilowatt hours used, and we are 292 miles into our trip. This at Supercharger, I believe, is a 150, and we arrived at 31%. B or D, one of the two. Oh yeah, it's a V2. But that's all right, because I need to stretch anyway. All right, let's see here. I would imagine we could just turn that off. All right, come on, buddy. Let's shut the air off. When you get old, you got to turn your butt heaters on, too. Keep your back from getting stiff. Yep, she's going to run right up. No big deal. No, she's not. Wow, we are just having, oh, there we go. 132 kilowatts out of 145. Nice, at 31%. All right, cool, I'll take it. All right, I gotta find some water and something to eat. Well, actually, I have food in my fridge, but man, I've had like energy drinks, so I am feeling it in my gut. So we'll be here for a minute. I gotta figure out the charging from here and just tooling along in our automobile. All right, man, so the plot thickens. Starlink just connected. Good, took a while, but I also still have it back there. I haven't moved it up top yet, but that's not the problem. The problem is the car's got a really nasty vibration. I don't know if I threw a weight or what happened. I haven't hit anything. These are extremely low budget tires, so I'm sure that's the problem. The other fun part is I have to keep the car at about 70, but you can still see a wobble in here. I don't have my torque wrench, I got nothing. And I am 112 miles away from somewhere, Battle Creek, something like that. So I got trying to get a hold of the guys over at Point S Tire. They've got some Falcons in stock. I like Falcons, that's a good brand. I ran those on my Camaros. But of course, everybody went home early because tomorrow's the 4th. So they do have an after hours. So I'm trying to get a hold of the guy. At least let's throw these on, see if I threw a weight. I didn't hear anything, but that doesn't mean anything. So we'll see what happens in 111 miles. If I go any faster than 70, she really gets harmonic. So we'll just pretend we're still in California and we'll go 70 and a 65. And now that I got Starlink back on, I'm turning the music back on. We'll check in a little bit. Okay, so found a Big O dealer in Winnemucca, which is about 45 40 miles up the road. The whole car is vibrating, and they said it sounds like I threw a weight. That would be fantastic if that's the problem. They said $60. They'll put the car up, check them all. Great. So we're gonna pull into Winnemucca's Big O Tires in 40 miles, and I'm okay with that. We'll get outstretched. That'll put us about 70 miles downrange from where we just charged, so I can get out, throw some trash away, refill my water, go pee, and yeah, fingers crossed, guys. So hopefully this is all it is. Let you know soon. All right, guys, so this is not one of my finer moments. We're at Les Schwab. We are 362 miles from home, about 240 miles from Glenn's Ferry, Idaho, and consider this a PSA, and I knew better. I really did, but I was really excited to put these 0Gs on. I just went with the first guy who I found some cheap 20s from, and they lasted about 1,100 miles. The passenger side rear separated about 200 miles ago. It was so hot you couldn't even touch it. And first place I stopped at, I'm in Winnemucca, Nevada. He put his hand over the top of it, said you can't even touch it, it's so hot. And you could actually see a hump where the tire was literally lifting and separating. So I'm rolling on 20s, man. That's not a common size for a Tesla, you know, normally. Big O didn't have it, but the manager's brother works at Les Schwab. They had one set of Continentals left. I was like, holy smokes, thank you so much. So I'm not sure the cost on them yet. It doesn't matter what it is because I'm not going to be stuck in Winnemucca. So I'll let you guys know the cost when I figure it out. But yeah, she's getting 4 new tires on her today. I'm going to see if they will road balance it. Road force balance, I think is what they call it. So it's added about 2 hours onto the trip. So instead of rolling in around 7 tonight, we'll probably be rolling in around 9. But at least we're rolling in. You know, it could have been a lot worse. That tire could have separated and taken the fender out. That would have been a complete nightmare, and I don't want to pay an insurance claim on that one. So I will check in as soon as we get on the road, and I will bring you guys up to speed on the tires, the size, the cost, and everything. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, man, we are all smiles again. We are on the road. Roxy is absolutely solid as a rock, and there's no wobble on the wheel. It's actually sitting centered again. So yeah, kids, do not just, oh, I'm just gonna get some tires really quick. You're gonna pay for it. Well, I mean, I didn't, because I did a chargeback because they were crappy right out of the gate. But yeah, this added 3 hours to my day today. I should be pulling in there in 3 hours. Instead, I have 6 more to go now. So we're going to head into Battle Something, charge there. We're at 30% right now. Our projected arrival is 11%, and we have 49 miles, plenty of room. And we're also doing 82 miles an hour. So if it gets close, we'll just slow down. So I'm not going to throttle down to make up for the time lost, because I'm not getting a speeding ticket on top of it. It was the Les Schwab brand tires. I don't remember what they called it. It was just under $700, and they did road force balance the tires. They said that Mohammed Ahmed that did them back home, there was a weight here, 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 here. That's not how you balance tires. I mean, I'm not a tire guy, and I know that. So go to a reputable company. If you got to, you know, beg, borrow, and steal aluminum cans and recycle them to get the money to go get reputable tires, do it. Fool me once, man. I will never make that mistake again. So yeah, we've got 45 minutes. We get to West Battle Mountain, just outside of Winnemucca, and it is looking pretty ominous outside, but we have a tailwind, and that's all that matters. Let's go. Like that movie Groundhog Day. Here we are again. Where are we? We are in Wells, Nevada. It's at the northern end of the state too. It's actually really nice out here. I don't personally think I could live out here. I like more trees than like high desert, but I certainly think it's beautiful and I love driving through it. Let's check it out. All right, pulled in 13% and ramped right up, so I'm good with that. Since last charge, 118 miles, so got just about 3 kilowatts an hour out of that. Again, we're uphill, we're rolling 20s, that's why, and we are 536 miles into the trip. So here's where it gets a little interesting. We can either stop in Twin Falls or we can blast all the way to the winery, which is only 128 miles. So we can do a semi-deep charge here. I mean, if we charge to 80, we can make it. So I think we're gonna do that. I might just overcharge a little bit, just so when we get to the house, I can just plug it in on a 110 and go to bed, because I've effectively been up since 2:30 yesterday afternoon, worked all night, toss and turn for an hour at home this morning, and then split, which actually turned out to be a good thing, because if I had left later, I would have been screwed and not been able to get those tires, and I would have been stuck in Wendover, or not Wendover, Winnemucca. So yeah, I think we're gonna make this our last run. Might stop in Idaho Falls because there's a gorgeous supercharger there and it overlooks a ravine, I think on the Snake River. It's beautiful. But first, bathroom. I tell you what, man, sometimes the weirdest things happen in the Tesla world. I am in Wells, Nevada, which is way up just underneath the Idaho border. It's middle of nowhere. I mean, look at this. There is nothing out here, nothing. Stopped at a Sinclair gas station, in pulls a Cybertruck. Homeboy Marcus on X, give him a follow, great guy, recognizes the car. I was like, you've got to be joking. He lives in Sacramento, just one of our sister little clubs down there, the Sacramento Tesla owners. You've got to be joking. And then another guy on here, I can't remember your name, I'm sorry, I know you just subscribed, finds me coming through Elko, Nevada, recognizes the car and subscribes. For that, sir, I do appreciate it. That's really cool. So shout out to you. I just can't remember your name because I've been up for like 27 hours, man. So just the weirdest things, man, that just happen. I am 542.5 miles from home in literally the middle of nowhere. And our sister club has a guy who we know each other. So awesome. So we have 108 miles to our supercharger in Twin Falls, Idaho. We could potentially skip it, but I would have to stay under 70 to make it all the way to the vineyard. So I have it in the nav. I just don't feel like doing a 175-mile stretch. Got to get out every couple hours, and we have 111 miles to Idaho Falls. So we'll play it by ear. Odds are I'm going to get out and stretch, and it will literally be a splash and dash. So I'm feeling much better. We charged up to 80%. I have no idea how much that was. It was probably hella expensive, $25, because Tesla charging is expensive. So yeah, we'll get up there, and I'm sure we're going to stop. So we'll see you there. Hours late. Jesus Christ. 4, I think, actually. Let's look at those stats. There you go, boys. In one sitting, 710.1 miles, 303 watt hours, and that's actually pretty good considering we're running on some 20s. So, would I recommend doing that in one day again? Under no circumstances would I recommend doing that in a day again, especially when you have had zero sleep. I mean, I'm like done right now. So FSD really saved my ass on this one, but Tesla's got it all fucked up, man. This thing rides the left part of the lane. I mean, you're hitting cones. It's get out of the damn shoulder, man. So anyhow, I got some stuff to put in the fridge. I'm going to bed. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
I love your hat. Thank you. Thank you.
あ
Hell yeah, baby.
Oh my God. He's gonna pull it.
A helicopter went over us inside that canyon. Super low.
She's so cute. That's so cool, man. Hell yeah, baby.
Oh my God. He's gonna pull it.
A helicopter went over us inside that canyon. Super low.
She's so cute. That's so cool, man.
Happy 4th of July! King Day!
Oh, he's actually.
I'm sorry, this little baby's hair is completely outside. They're falling for me.
Alrighty, man. So that was pretty cool. A little parade here. I almost put the Tesla in it too. I was actually told I could, but I didn't want to run down and wipe it down really fast. But it would have been kind of cool. We are right next to Mountain Home Air Force Base. We had a couple A-10s come over. That was really cool. This is a really neat little sleepy town, Glenn's Ferry. I think the newest car here is this Model Y I'm in. But yeah, all the houses are 1930s, 40s, 50s. It is a really cool little town. Got everything all unpacked last night and slept like crap mostly, but it was a solid sleep. Those of you that have a CPAP know what I'm talking about. If your nose gets plugged up and you only have your one mask with you, that's not great. So I think I'm headed back to the cabin we're at right now, and it is an actual log cabin. Everybody else is over at Aunt and Uncle's, but I think I'm going to put my feet up and just kind of relax for a little bit. But yeah, so far so good. It's really pretty. Check this out. We're right off the Snake River, and you know, they're old houses. Some of these are probably a little bit newer. Oh, that guy's got a multitude of panels on his place. Holy smokes. But yeah, we're in some kind of a valley right here, backed up to the Snake River. The Why Not Vineyard is right there. And then here's our log cabin that we have. I guess The Vineyard owns it. Somebody owns it. I don't know. There's Roxy in the garage. So yeah, I found a nice garage. We had some pretty awesome thunderstorms last night, about 1 in the morning. But this is always the coolest thing, man. Level 1.5 charging. So that extra little kickoff right there goes from 12 to 16 amps. And I've got both of my A to Z adapters here with me. So there's 12 amps coming off the pole right there. So I'll plug the Model Y into that here soon. It gets damn hot here too. It's supposed to be $105 later this week, a high of 85 today, which isn't too bad. It's the humidity that just kills it though. I can't do humidity. So, yeah, just a quick little update on today. The parade was cool. We had a good breakfast over at the Aunt and Uncle's, and I think it's just feet up chilling. So we'll check in with you guys in a little bit. All right, so I've never golfed for real. So with Nathan and brother-in-law Jason over there, cousin-in-law, somebody-in-law. So, hey, America, bet your ass. 4th of July shenanigans, baby. I don't do this very well. Let's see how well these guys do. There's no pressure on this, Nathan.
Oh, I'm gonna mess this up.
Yeah, I know. Well, probably not as bad as I did. Mine went out there. It's supposed to go out there. You quit already?
No.
Oh, okay, here we go. All right, quiet on the set. Ooh. Well, who knows with that sky, but that was a good ass hit. Ooh. Sailing. Just in case you need to get a wedgie. Just pop up right here. Oh, fuck. I have no stance. I have no idea what I'm doing. Pitching clubs. Oh. The problem is I keep digging myself a rut.
100 yards.
Was it? Nice. I am consistently inconsistent.
Bam! At least you're consistent on something.
Right. It's the wind.
Oh, 100%. Both are not heavy enough.
Out of nowhere, like gale force winds.
Yeah, it's gonna storm. It's gonna storm.
Yeah, it is.
I see gray clouds.
Are they gray?
Yeah.
It's gonna make a mess, huh? Boy, the little flags over there are just whipping around. Well, that was cute. Corbin, watch out. Come back over here. Don't get hit in the head with a club. You have to explain that to your mom. And good morning. So last night was pretty awesome with all the fireworks. Wow, that sun is bright everywhere. Everybody had a really good time. Everybody came back with all 10 digits. It's cool to be in a free state, man. You can set mortars off like right in your front yard and nobody cares. So yeah, I think we're gonna just kind of call the video here. I'm not gonna record the whole 12-hour run home, which will be tomorrow. Today is Saturday. So appreciate you guys all watching. Definitely was a long video and lots of excitement and twists and turns, and yeah, this was a lot of fun to do for 2 days here, 2 days on the road essentially. So we got some more videos coming up on test launch. We're gonna do a little bit of maintenance on Calypso, the 2019 Model 3 Turo car that we have. It's got kind of beat up and banged up in a few areas we need to fix up. So I've got her pulled off a Turo for a week. We're going to work on her, and yeah, just back to civilization starting on Monday the 6th. So appreciate you all watching. As I said, we'll see you guys on the next one.